What's going on, guys? I want to start off by saying a massive apology for not uploading as frequent as I wanted to. That was just probably because of workload, a lot of things that were happening externally that was out of my control, and I really didn't think that YouTube was my priority at the time. But going forward, I have successfully completed my Schools Direct with PGCE, and I have passed both of them. So a massive celebration for that. I have just recently come back from holiday, so I had a little break in Greece, which I really needed. Sweating buckets here. Really needed, and I feel rested now. I wish I had another holiday, but Carnival's coming soon, so that will be my second holiday before going back to school. Talking about school, I have had one heck of a journey this year. For those who do not know, I've just trained in primary, so I spent my year with year 2 learning their ways, going through SATs and things like that. But now, as from September, I will be a secondary school teacher, where I will be specialising in PE and science. So as you can understand, that's going to be a massive jump for me, regardless of my experience in secondary prior to training. But I'm really looking forward to it. So with this PE aspect, I'll be able to maybe relate a little bit more to my own personal experiences, as opposed to primary teaching 13 plus subjects. So I'm going to keep this video nice and sweet, short and sweet, but just wanted to give you guys a little background of what I got up to this year. So I have completed my folder, which I have got next to me, and I'm going to show you in a second. And I have also started preparing for PE life, so I'm learning to channel my voice a bit better than usual without having to shout and lose my voice, which I haven't done this whole year, which I'm happy about. And really trying to grow in confidence, as I'm not far off these children that I'll be teaching in September in age, so I need to know that I'll be professional and set my barriers from the start. So my next video will be following next week, will be about behaviour management and how I think I'll be able to manage my behaviour within my lessons in order to teach effectively. So I'm going to give you a quick view of my folder and some of the things I included in it, and if you have any questions or any problems that you might be facing, just let me know and I'll see if I can assist you. One final thing, I have got an Instagram which I'm going to put below, along with my personal Instagram, because you might not see what goes on behind the scenes and my busy life, so you can keep updated with both of them and see what I get up to in my spare time and outside of school time. So yes, I'm going to show you my folder now. So as you can understand, recording and actually holding is quite hard. So here's my folder. This was my Bible throughout the year, and I was collecting evidence for in order for the panel to pass me. So opened it up, and here are my reports. I've got my teaching standards all outlined down here from 1 to 8, including my part 2 down the bottom of my professional conduct, and also I've also got my handbook at the end. So going through my standards, so I might just pick a standard. Let's go with behaviour because it's going to be my next video. So teaching standard 7, I'm going to very quickly find it here. I'm hoping I've got to the right place. Oh, maybe not. Let's do that one again. So as you can see, I've got loads and loads and loads and loads of evidence that I am just flicking through currently, from journals to evidence that I've collected in lessons to some lectures that I've actually taken notes for, yeah, things like that. So teaching standard 7, have I just gone past it? I don't think I have. Yeah, I have. Let's try that one again. So teaching standard 7, as you can see, I've got evidence here, and I've written some little annotations below as to how I feel like this piece of evidence has helped meet my teaching standard. So for example, This was my placement where I was at a different school and I had to use a different behaviour system. So we had row 1 to 5, and these were the tables that the children sat in. And as I saw positive behaviour, I'd award table points in these boxes below. If I felt like the row was letting themselves down, I'd take away a point, and that was a simple behaviour strategy, which I also got that picked up in one of my observations by one of the moderators, and they said that was really good, and that's also highlighted in green. This other piece of evidence is where I have met a target I wanted to achieve earlier on in my year, where I said I wanted to outline really good behaviour throughout my lessons, and this is where it has been highlighted by my mentor going forward. And also, so here's loads of just different strategies in which I feel like I've met the behaviour teaching standard, and that is throughout my folder. So if you have any questions, or if you'd like to look deeper into my folder, please let me know, and I'm sure I can help you with that. I'm now going to go back to my face to close this video. Right, so as you just saw, my folder for the year, it is quite a big folder, to be honest, and that is not mentioning some of the things that I've taken out. I've had to put things in, take it out throughout the year, as my folder would be massive. So I needed to pick up the most important pieces of information, and those are my golden pieces of information, I'd say. Those are the pieces I wanted to really show off to the panel when I had to present. The presentation itself was pretty good. It's only 10 or 15 minutes where you just get to talk about your folder, how you feel like you've met your teaching standards, and they get to ask you some questions. One of the final questions they asked me, I think, was about my NQT year, and how it's gonna help me progress in the future. So where I said that I'm going to be transitioning to secondary and be teaching PE, that works closely with what I do outside of school. So I'm a coach and I work closely with runners, and I'm also a runner myself, so I feel like they sort of go hand in hand with each other. I'm always learning things outside of school, and also learning things inside of school that I can better myself as a person and also as a practitioner going forward into my later years of teaching. So to conclude this video, I would like to very quickly highlight the importance of mentors in your teaching year, as I feel like mine has been amazing. It is going to be a very, very tough year, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be really, really hard, and your mentor's probably going to put a lot of pressure on you. It's going to be a lot of early starts and late finishes, but you have good times. It helps you prepare and for the worst, and it helps you take on ownership of what the pressure is actually like in the real world. So going into my school in September, I know that I can probably adapt to anything that's being thrown at me from the start. So I know from September to October, first half term, it's going to be really tough, as I'm going to be on my own in a new environment, but I feel like I can adapt to my surroundings, so I'll be fine. So I'm not worried about that at all. I would also say, if you're going into your teaching year this year as a student teacher, or if you're going in for placements, ask a lot of questions. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help, as I know that was one of my weaknesses. I've got that male pride where I didn't really want to ask for help. If I asked for help, it would be a sign of weakness, and I also thought that the people around me would be thinking, oh wow, would he be able to handle this stress next year if he's asking all these questions? But honestly, ask questions if you're not sure, and don't be afraid to experiment. As long as it doesn't get you in trouble, experiment, trust your skills, and have the confidence to experiment. It's going to be your classroom in the future. You're going to be a teacher using your own teaching style, so just don't be worried and just go straight into the deep end. So to conclude this video, sorry, I was going to conclude it now. Yes, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I hope you guys tune in for my future videos. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I wanted to shout out the providers that got me through my teacher training year. You guys have been amazing. Not allowed to say who you guys were, but you guys have been super. It hasn't been easy and it hasn't been smooth, but we got there in the end, and you guys have been amazing with the support, the love, and everyone has chipped in to really help me make that transition to fulfill my dreams. So shout out you guys, and I'm really looking forward to graduation, even though I didn't really want to go before. So yeah, thank you guys.